Coming at you from the Ginger and Baker studio in the heart of the Music District, downtown Fort Collins. It's Live at Lunch, and today we're super excited to have the Fretliners. Take it away, boys.
I've been out on the road, not knowing where I'm going or why the wind is blowing my way. What's that you see? Getting tired by the minute. Doesn't matter if you win it, it's okay. You good to get back home. Chasing rainbows by the hours while you paint your purple flowers. What's that you say? It doesn't matter anyway. I'm a dreamer, broken hearts bleeding. Your memory drowns the sound of the lonesome rails screaming. I'm a drifter, keep those wheels turning. I'll hold your picture to my chest to keep this fire burning. I long for your touch, like the purple steel brush. Another dusty road, time is stretching out for miles while I'm dreaming of your smile. One more day, when I get back home, will the paint still be drying, or will I find that you've been lying with somebody else? What's that you say? It doesn't matter anyway. What's that you said? Let it go into my head. Spinning out my head, getting lost inside the hues of purples, blues, and red. What's that you say? It doesn't matter anyway. These things could crumble around me so fast. What's that you say? Doesn't matter anyway. What's that you say? Doesn't matter anyway. I'm a dreamer, broken hearts bleeding. Your memory drowns the sound of the lonesome rails screaming. I'm a drifter, keep those wheels turning. I hold the picture to my chest to keep this fire burning. I long for your touch, like the purple's tea brush. Said I long for your touch, like the purple's tea brush. I long for it. I long for your touch, like the purple's tea brush. I long for it.
That was a song co-written by Taylor Shuck and Tom Knowlton, called Purple Flowers. It's on our latest album, our debut album, self-titled, The Fretliners. This next song is a cover of a John Hartford number that we love. It speaks to our desire to do more of what we love and live life while you have it to live. It's called Tall Buildings. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Someday, my baby, when I am a man, and others have taught me the best that they can, they'll sell me a suit, cut off my hair, and send me to work in tall buildings. Well, it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. I've made all my payments, it's time to go home. And I wonder what happened betwixt and between when I went to work in tall buildings. Well, it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. Goodbye to the sunshine and goodbye to the dew. It's goodbye to the flowers, goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. Yeah, I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings.
All right, that's the Fretliners here on Live at Lunch on KRFC RadioVision. How you guys doing today?
Doing great, thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. That was Tall Buildings, the John Hartford, the bluegrass, progressive bluegrass pioneer. That's right. Great version. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
And kicked off that little 2-song set with Purple Flowers. Yeah, that's right. Wonderful. Figured we'd start out by chatting just a few minutes with everybody, and then we'll get into some more music for the rest of the hour. Cool. Little conversation, little music. We'll start here with Tom, going clockwise. One of the songwriters. That Purple Flowers was by Tom and Taylor. Is that what? Mm-hmm. Okay. And Tom has looking at that bio, has a little different circuit coming into the bluegrass world.
Yeah.
You started playing not the guitar or the banjo, but what was your first instrument?
I started out playing bagpipes, actually.
Bagpipes, the cat in the bag.
Cat's out of the bag now.
And so it was just your Irish Celtic roots that got you into that, or what drew you to the bagpipes?
I saw it happen one time when I was a really little kid, and I was like, I want to do that.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So found a feller to teach me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you in was there like a bagpipe group you were in, or was it just straight up? you hanging
Yeah,
out,
it was the
marching around the neighborhood?
Wyoming. It was the Wyoming pipe and drum band.
Okay.
It was. Yeah, we'd go and do like parades and stuff. 4th of July,
Cool.
St. Patrick's
So
Day.
like fifes and drums and bagpipes?
Just bagpipes
Just
and
bagpipes.
drums.
Okay.
Yeah.
No fifes at all. Dang. Well, that's awesome. And also I saw that you do some work in assisted living, playing music for assisted living and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Is that through sound effects, or do you do your own thing?
Yeah, I was doing that through sound effects for a while.
Okay.
And playing those with Meg Rice, great bass
Oh
player.
yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, friendly reminders where I was going to bring them up later because they're playing a show with you.
Yeah, lovely peeps.
Ian's awesome too. And one more question for you.
Sure.
What was your first tape or CD that you got when you were a kid? Do you remember?
Oh man, it was Waylon Jennings' greatest hits.
Nice. Awesome. Was there a song on that hit you?
A lot of them.
All
A lot of them.
They're all good.
They're all good.
So you were pretty into country music, bluegrass music when you were young then?
Yeah, listen to a lot of that stuff. My dad's a musician. He does a lot of he does some of the writing for us.
Oh, cool.
And growing up around him, it was a lot of country and bluegrass.
All right.
So.
In Wyoming, you said?
Yeah, Wyoming and then Arkansas. He moved down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, welcome, Tom. And then we have Taylor Shuck on the Doghouse.
Yep, that's right.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
And so you did you start? You didn't start in bluegrass. You are kind of everywhere across the spectrum.
Yeah,
as far
not
as
really.
musical
I mean,
styles.
with electric bass, growing up in school and all that, you played jazz band. I played in rock bands, metal.
Okay.
I moved to Fort Collins to go to CSU for a little bit, and found myself in some jam bands, some we called it jungle funk. It was
Jungle
called,
funk?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
called
why not?
Papagoya. Great band.
Oh,
And
I
then-
remember that name.
Yeah, and then Von Stomper and
Okay, you were
some
in Von
others,
Stomper
yeah.
as well
Yeah.
with Wolf and.
Yep. That's
Awesome.
right.
Yeah, we still got Von Stomper on the shelf in the studio.
Nice.
Still get some
Awesome.
spins around these
Cool.
parts. so
Awesome.
That's awesome. And you also work at Grace Design, which makes phenomenal pedals and other preamps and stuff for guitars and
Yeah,
everything.
actually, lots of like studio gear that most people don't really know about because it's so niche. But
yeah, it's very big in like the bluegrass world, the acoustic instruments.
yeah,
it
the
seems to
pedals
be.
we're using
the
especially
Felix.
but
They're beautiful.
Yeah,
and
lots
they're
of
expensive.
film studios, all sorts of people use
Yeah.
Grace Design gear. And
I'm always admiring them and wanting one.
yeah, totally.
That's awesome. So what do you do there? Do you make the pedals? Do you shuffle paperwork?
So I was on the line for a while, and now these days I'm in testing. So
Okay.
If you have a product that doesn't work, it's probably my fault. So
Oh man, just making sure.
hopefully
everything
that
works.
doesn't happen.
So have you ever built any crazy pedals of your own, or?
Not really, no. No, I kind of just stick to what they do best and
Okay.
kind of make their stuff move
Okay,
along.
cool.
So
I think one of the guys from Grace Design years and years ago, there was a Chunky Whiskey, a band out of Boulder that
Okay.
had like a festival, a day-long festival, and I think somebody from Grace came and just like put together like 50 pedals and did something crazy. I don't know who that was.
wild.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's cool. It's always fun
I'll
to
have
do
to
that.
ask around about that.
It's Chunky Fest. I can't remember. It was a while ago.
Sounds
And it was at
delicious.
a Mexican restaurant, so there's probably some tequila involved in it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And what about you? How about your first record, tape, CD? Do you remember what that was?
Oh man,
What
I'm
were you
embarrassed
into?
to say it was. I think I was 9 years old maybe, and went to the CD store with a gift card and had no idea what to buy, and the guy was like, I don't know, man, you might like one of these. And it was Smash Mouth and In Sync. And I went with In Sync because the guy had dreads, and I thought that was cool at the time. So,
So he was giving
I'm
you
being
two,
a little honest here, boys. My first CD was
he was giving you
In Sync.
two avenues to go down. In
What
Sync.
was it Chris, the bad boy?
Oh, that's
I don't know.
hilarious.
Yeah.
You tell us.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Never gonna live that one.
Or Big
down.
Willie style. That was good.
Oh, that was
hot record
yeah,
at the time.
That was a good one. Why not?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Makes for a fun story no matter what. So, all right, and then we have Dan on the fiddle.
That's me. Hi.
It's a real fiddle. It has enough beer spilled on it to be a fiddle.
That's right. Whiskey and beer, and it's all scratched up.
All the fun stuff.
All my fiddles have the same wear pattern from missing chucks.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We got to do it, right?
Yeah, well, you know what the
those
difference is
nunchucks.
between a violin and a fiddle.
What's no?
A violin has strings, but a fiddle has strings.
Oh, there you go.
That's
There's a
how you
bunch of them. That's why.
Yeah. I could go on, but
Yeah,
let's just stick
exactly.
with
That's
the
why I'm
one.
like, no, I don't know. The usual one is the amount of the beer getting spilled on it.
That's right.
So
That's right. You wouldn't spill whiskey on,
With
a
whiskey.
violin. Maybe red wine.
yeah. That's awesome. So you were actually in the Henhouse Prowlers as well,
Yes.
and I don't know if you were in the band at the time. I opened a couple times for the.
What year
Henhouse,
was it?
With my band, The Longest Day of the Year. I don't know. It was
That's
at the
maybe why it
Oriental
sounds
Theater
familiar.
in Denver, but
Could
it
be.
was a while back. It was a while ago, 2010 or something.
Okay,
But-
that would have been before my time.
Yeah.
But I was a full-time member of the band from 2012 to 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it was a little before that.
Yeah.
And but you were there during a very exciting part of Henhouse Prowlers that I looked on and watched on Facebook with awe. You want to tell us a little bit about the Henhouse Prowlers in Africa and what you guys were doing there?
Sure, yeah. I never thought I'm going to join a bluegrass band and go to Africa.
Yeah.
But that was the case. The first year I was in the band, we auditioned for a program called American Music Abroad.
Okay.
Actually, applications are open right now. So
Okay,
if there's
American
any
Music Abroad.
bands out there listening, they have the applications open to bands from 3 to 5 members. And it's a great program. It started out as jazz ambassadors in the 50s. It was sort of, a response to the Soviet Union sending their orchestras abroad. And America was like, yeah, well, we got jazz.
We got jazz.
And it's evolved over the years. They say bluegrass is the new jazz of cultural diplomacy. Because it's something quintessentially American that you can show our culture and have an excuse to start a conversation with places that Americans don't usually go. So if you get the program, which we were lucky to get twice, and then I went another time with Hot Buttered Rum up until March 15th of 2020.
Okay.
Got back that day, if you remember what that
Yeah.
was about. We barely made it back. And they were doing virtual stuff for a while, and now they're doing live tours again. And so if you get the program, you don't know where you're going to go until they tell you.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, went to 11 countries in Africa and Russia as part of that program with the Prowlers and Hot Buttered Rum.
That's really cool.
Really special experiences,
Yeah.
stuff you can't do on your own.
It was just amazing to just look at the pictures all the time and see what you guys were doing.
Yeah.
Really
Super
cool program.
lucky and privileged to be able to have done that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how did you get your start in music? Were you always a fiddle? I think I saw you played fiddle since you were little. Since you were little.
I like the rhyme of that, but I was violin when I was younger.
Okay.
My mom started me on violin in the Suzuki method when I was 6. Studied with Ann Monska Smeltzer, who's an incredible teacher out of Illinois. And I never would have played bluegrass if I never got my tongue pierced. It's not pierced anymore, but my older brother had his tongue pierced, and I wanted to do everything he was doing, so I went and got my tongue pierced. And on the way back from that, on the quad of University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, ran into a guy that was playing guitar and a guy that was playing mandolin on a bench. And I was like, hey, you guys see a fiddle player? And they're like, yeah, we practice
Clack,
every
clack,
Monday. Yeah. I didn't know how to talk with it quite yet. And so we met up the next Monday at guy's basement in Rantoul, the little town outside of Urbana. And that became the band that I played with for 6.5 years, leading up to Hen House Prowlers. That was called the Corn Desert Ramblers out of Central Illinois. Good boys that I still keep in touch with.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, you even missed the whole Stinkfist period.
No, I was part of that.
Were you part of that?
Yeah.
And okay.
Can we say that on the air?
Yeah.
I think we can. It's one word, Sex Fist. That was the alternate name.
Yeah.
No longer.
No longer.
House Prowlers.
Straight up.
Yeah.
After you get the diplomacy thing, you gotta.
That's right. That was a lot of the inspiration. It's like I don't think the State Department would like sending Sex Fist abroad.
It sounds like a heavy metal band, but but you guys and the Prowlers were always known for wearing suits too. I think Ben had said one time, like I always said I was never going to wear a suit.
Yeah. Ben also said he would never ever cover the Grateful Dead, but then they hired Eric Lambert at the time on the guitar, and he was a big Deadhead, so he came around.
Got to accept everybody's influences.
Yeah.
And what about you? Tape, CD, vinyl, record? What was your first thing that really?
The first one that comes to mind, I had a childhood friend named Garth Anderson that we went through band and choir and musical theater together as kids. And for my birthday one year, he gave me a cassette tape of the Magical Mystery Tour.
Ooh, not too shabby.
And that was like the first Beatles thing I had ever heard.
Yeah.
So I thought that's what all the Beatles stuff sounded like. And that's a pretty out there album of theirs. And that's the only cassette I remember owning. So that was pre-CDs. I think I had a Backstreet Boys CD too to make you feel better, Taylor. But,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
I remember my brother broke it, and instead of crying, I was acting no, let me break it. You know, act like I didn't care, but I really liked that CD. I cared.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that.
You guys,
therapy on KRFC.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got some new songs to cover. Sam Parks on the mandolin. Welcome to Live at Lunch.
Thank you.
What about you? We'll start off with what was your first tape or CD or
first tape or CD? The
record.
The CD that I remember, I came from a musical family, so we had all kinds of
everything.
All kinds of albums and CDs floating around. We'd always go to festivals and pick things up. So for me personally, I don't remember exactly what CD I went and purchased first, but I remember someone gave me Lynyrd Skynyrd Pronounced, and was like, "This is a really great record." And I remember just looking at it, and I remember that as this moment of really connecting with the actual object, I think.
Yeah.
And then we had a tape of Newgrass Revival with the, I can't remember the exact record, but Can't Stop Now was on there. And my dad would drive me to school with this tape in his deck, and we would just reverse through Sam Bush's solo.
Nice.
And just listen to that. It's one of the best Sam Bush solos out there.
Yeah.
And we just listened to it as many times till we wore that tape out on the way to school, him dropping me off, when I was maybe 8 or 9.
That's
maybe
awesome.
I was 10.
Okay.
Something like that.
And so you, from a musical family, your parents played music and got you into an instrument, guitar or something?
It was actually mandolin.
Was it mandolin right away?
Yeah, my mom plays guitar, my dad plays bass.
They needed a mandolin player.
I had a younger brother that was playing fiddle already, so the mandolin was the missing link. So
awesome.
And I'm named after Sam Bush, so
there you go.
I was always
you were bound.
The mandolin was subliminally always there, but never forced on me.
Okay, nice.
And then I went to Rocky Grass and saw some kids my age playing bluegrass, and that's when it connected for me as a kid. It was like, oh, kids can do this too. This is pretty cool. It was the Pagosa Hot Strings.
Nice.
Out of Pagosa Springs.
Yeah. Awesome. And what was your first band?
Well, technically it would be the Parks Family Band.
Okay.
And then
there's
when
a second band, I guess.
And then I got into college and started the Flatland Grass Band.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And then since then, you've had some other projects you've been a part of. Head for the Hills.
Head for the Hills.
Nice.
That was 2014, 2015 to 2018.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was 2014 or something like that, but and then we did Potions and Poisons record at that time.
Nice.
And then right before that was the Bluegrass Delta Force with Pete Cartoonis.
Okay, yeah.
That was a fun band.
I remember that one.
It was only about a year, but it was great.
Yeah.
And then the Lonesome Days.
Okay.
Kind of overlapped with Head for the Hills, and then kind of kept that going.
Okay.
Played guitar in that band.
Okay, cool. And now you're also playing with Jeremy Garrett from Infamous String Dusters?
I've been doing some shows for his solo project.
Okay,
yeah.
I've seen him
not
traveling around
formally like in his. He kind of forms
Mixes
different
it
things based on availability with his
everybody.
with his calendar dates he's trying to fill.
Well, everybody's
in between
all,
the Dusters.
I feel like,
but
especially bluegrass musicians, since it's so easy to carry a lot of your instruments everywhere. You are everywhere. You're just flying around.
Right.
It's a lot easier than hauling a drum set across the country.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, the Fretliners, thanks so much for hanging out with us today on Live at Lunch. What do you got coming up next?
Song-wise, right?
Yeah.
Song-wise?
Yeah. Play us a tune.
Yeah. Well.
Are we switching? No, let's do Sitting Wittle first.
Okay. Yeah. We'll do this one that I wrote back in the day about moving to Colorado,
Nice.
about moving to the West.
Excellent.
And getting there in any way possible. It's called Sitting Wittle. 1, 2, 3.
Cornfields and windmills paint the picture of the plains. Wind is hot, rain won't stop, weather's never tame. Since a kid I've always seen what the mountains they can bring. Put me on a bus, send me on a train. And now I'll sit and whittle while I listen to that fiddle, playing that good old song about leaving town. My thumb's in the air and I'm headed westbound. Whiskey's in my pocket, girts are in my shirt. Put on your traveling shoes, I've been here since birth. Creeks are dry, soul's the sky, the symbols are intact. Sun still shines on the mountain line, I'm headed there in fact. Now I'll sit and whittle while I listen to that fiddle, playing that good old song about leaving town. My thumb's in the air and I'm headed westbound. My bag's rolled up, so's the smoke, I'll hitch from here to there. Pull over to the side of the road if you got an empty chair. One way or another, I'll smell the crisp, clean air flowing through my fingers, blowing through my hair. And now I'll sit and whittle while I listen to that fiddle, playing that good old song about leaving town. My thumb's in the air and I'm headed westbound.
headed westbound.
That's Sam Parks. He wrote that, Sit and Wittle. That's on the new album as well. His next song is on the new album as well, and Taylor and I co-wrote this one. It's a story. It ain't true. Don't worry. Don't get too sad about it. We just made it up. Kind of a combination of a couple ideas. That's what's nice when you can co-write something with someone is I think we were both kind of coming at it from different directions, and it became this one thing that neither of us had probably originally planned. It's called Shadows of My Past. 1, 2, 3. On the banks of the muddy shore, the water rolls and the river roars. I hear that lonesome cry once more, coming from the shadows of my past. We meet again from time to time, a little further down the line. I find the one I left behind, deep in the shadows of my past. What came before, what lies ahead, keeps me tossing in my bed. I can't forget the things I said, whispers in the shadows of my past. The rain will come, the rain will go, the river's high on down below. Trying to escape, but it won't last. I can't outrun the shadows of my past. Little footprints on the ground, my guilty heart began to pound. She jumped in without a sound, swept into the shadows of my past. The rain will come, the rain will go, the river's high on down below. Trying to escape, but it won't last. I can't outrun the shadows, of my past.
Nice. Shadows of My Past with the Fretliners here on KRFC Live at Lunch. You can tune in, of course, to Live at Lunch on YouTube, KRFC RadioVision, Live at Lunch, or 88.9 FM in northern Colorado. Or you can stream us on krfcfm.org. And before we start chatting with the band a little bit more, I wanted to give a shout out to our crew today, who is always amazing, doing great things. We have Eric Delano moving some cameras.
Thanks, Eric.
videography, and Jeremy Smith, switching some scenes and pressing some buttons. Thanks so much, guys, for always making everybody look so good. And then, of course, our sound team, Colton Boening, Greg Douras, Dan Perez, and Reed Goodwin today, making everything sound amazing.
Thank you.
Always doing a great job. Yeah, you guys sound great, and I'm not even hearing it through all the fancy electronics.
Thank you.
That's the good thing about the acoustic instruments. I imagine, even talking about going to Africa and stuff, it's a lot easier to haul these things around than a full jazz band.
Yeah, with not dependable power, it's nice to play acoustic instruments.
Just walk up and start playing.
Got everything you need, yeah.
I was talking to Kyle James Hauser yesterday. We had a bluegrass band in yesterday, the Brothers Comatose. Yeah. And it's just so funny when a bluegrass band comes in here, they just walk in the front door, they all take out their instruments and they start playing. Like the rest of the bands come in, it's a whole different scene because you guys just pick it up. Play it wherever you are. It's so fun. So you guys have had a huge year. Said you're playing together a little over a year now. Mm-hmm. And your eponymous album, The Fretliners, came out this past September. And you want to tell us what else happened this year? Anything else exciting?
Oh, nothing much. No, we had a great summer. We went to Telluride Bluegrass Festival in June and did the band competition there and won. Yeah. And then in July we went to Rocky Grass and did the band competition there and won as well. We were also nominated for the IBMA Momentum Band of the Year Award, which we were honored to be nominated.
Yep. That's International Bluegrass Music Association.
Thank you.
Yes, for everybody out there.
Everybody.
Not non-shorthand folk.
So it's been a great summer, and we're trying to build that momentum into some shows that we've got coming up.
Keep it going. Yeah. And we'll talk about those in a little bit. First, I did want to ask, what was the first, how did you guys come together? Was it like two of you hanging out, playing, writing songs, or was it just everybody wanted to chat and play together? How did that come together?
So Tom and I were in a band called Woodbelly for a long time, and we just kind of were throwing together random projects. I have a side project called Shuck Wagon where I wait until the week of the gig and hire whoever doesn't have a gig. So just about everybody on the Front Range has been in Shuck Wagon at some point or another, and so Tom and I were doing one, and we decided, hey, let's get, I can't remember who we did first, but it was me, Tom, and Dan, and then we did another one with me, Tom, and Sam, and we're like, well, shoot, that was awesome. Let's do that again with all of us. And then we went to BJ Kinney's barn. They own Cloverlick Banjos over there, so they have a great barn and a great
I haven't been over
venue.
The new Cloverlick yet, but
yeah, if you haven't checked
cool.
out,
I went to the old one, but not the new one. So
they make beautiful banjos.
Yes.
So we were honored to play our first show there, just the four of us around a single mic, to a really attentive barn audience.
Born in Fort Collins.
That's right, yeah. So born here. Dan wanted to continue with Shuck Wagon, and I was like, man, we got to find another name.
We all wanted to be Shuck Wagon, except for Taylor.
Me. Speak for yourself, sir. Not want to be Shuck Wagon.
Okay, me and Sam liked it.
We just couldn't think of anything better.
Yeah, it's hard to come up with a band name.
Yeah,
it's
not
we
easy
were
to get four people to agree on it.
Yeah, we were going through a lot of different names, and then Sam actually had put together a band back in 2014 with that was the original Fretliners. Tell them about that.
Well, I had been hired for a festival and didn't have a name, and then reached out to my dad about what should I name this? He actually is the one who came up with that name.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
And then it kind of stuck. It was only used for like one gig, pretty much. So it wasn't really
taken.
There's some videos, but it was of that old band, but it was pretty available.
Okay.
Fast forward 6 years from then, and I was like, I brought it to them, and we all thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah,
so.
it's a good one. And your logo is really cool. Who did your logo?
Actually, our very first logo, Sam's girlfriend Ashley Kulik did that
Okay.
design.
First one.
Here we know, Ashley.
With the that's like the
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That logo is like the homage to
Oh,
the
yeah,
Fretliners.
Yeah, so with
Yeah.
the pick in there and the sort of play on the Fretliners logo was the original idea. All of our newest stuff is our friend Adam Karstens, and he does art for a lot of Front Range bands, Chain Station and Green Sky Bluegrass.
Okay,
and,
cool.
And he designed our new logo, which includes our album art and all our poster art that we've been using.
Yeah.
Everything that's going on our newest merch and all that.
It's really good.
He's
I like
so
it.
great.
Yeah, he's very
And
talented.
people can find that on thefretliners.com, right? If they want to check it out.
Yeah, we don't have anything online yet for sale, but
yeah.
find us at a show, and yeah, all our info is on there.
Awesome. And yeah, why don't we play a couple more songs, and then we'll chat maybe a little bit about songwriting and then some of your upcoming shows. Cool. Does that sound good? What do we got next?
Here's one I wrote a while ago. This one's called Where the Green Grass Grows, and we're going to send this out. This one's dedicated to Griffin Ferguson.
Dewdrops on the cactus rose, desert sands between my toes. Whippoorwill, he cries for rain. Lonesome cloud taunts my pain. Mouth is dry as sun-bleached bones. Canyon winds they howl and moan. I'm weary now, but I can't press on. Coyote sings a mournful song. There's time to take and time to give. There's time to die and a time to live. Buzz and circling over my lonesome dying soul. I'll meet you someday up where the green grass grows. Sun's as hot as a campfire coal. Down my tail we've got told. I'm thinking of my sweetheart Marie, and the last word she ever said to me. I love you more than you'll ever know. Do you want more job done? Come back home. I'm sorry dear, but I have to leave. I hear the angels calling out for me. There's time to take, time to give. There's time to die, time to leave. I'm circling over my lonesome dying soul. I'll meet you someday up where the green grass grows. Time is drawing near. My bones to bask on a lone frontier. I'm a coaching up and left for dead with the key they need around my neck. There's time to take and time to give. There's time to die, time to leave. I was searching of my lonesome dying soul. I'll meet you someday up where the green grass grows. Well, Herman had a copper still, along with 3 pretty daughters. Kept him hid away above old Lonesome Holler. Youngest one said she'd be mine if I asked her father. I grabbed a jug of my finest shine and I headed to the holler. Dark mountain, my little miss. Dark mountain, my darling. Wind bells to be ringing above old Lonesome Holler. Well, she loved me in the springtime, loved me in the fall. I want her loving all the time, or I'll take no loving at all. Braxton boy lived down the levee, a place we called Blackwater. I heard that he'd been seeing my gal down in Lonesome Holler. Dark mountain, my little miss. Dark mountain, my darling. My heart is breaking above old Lonesome Holler. She left her house in the dead of night, and soon I'd follow her. She met that Braxton boy down in Lonesome Holler. Now my eyes teared up and my mouth ran dry when I tried to swallow her. My blood ran cold as she laid in his arms down there in the holler. Three went down Dark Mountain that night, death was soon to follow. I left their bodies in a pool of blood down in Lonesome Holler. Screech owl covered up the young boy's screams. He'll never return to Blackwater. Their bodies will rot in the leaves of the trees down in Lonesome Holler. Dark mountain, my little miss. Dark mountain, my darling. Moon shines bloody red down in Lonesome Holler. Dark mountain, my little miss. Dark mountain, my darling.
Fretliners here on Live at Lunch on KRFC 88.9 FM. That was Lonesome Holler. And before that, Where the Green Grass Grows.
That's right.
All around, all around. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, Lonesome Holler was written by Tom's dad, Jeff
Oh,
Knowlton.
awesome. Got a lot of great family musicians, songwriters, everything in this group. That's awesome. Passing down the tradition. Really cool. we have about 10 minutes left in the hour, so let's chat for a second, and then make sure you guys get in 2 more songs. How does that sound?
Sounds great. Thank you again for having us.
Yeah,
This is fun.
Thank you so much for being here. It sounds great in this room. I love it. I'm excited about this one. So.
Thank you.
Real quick, just songwriting. How do you guys write songs? Do you get together and jam? Do you come up with lyrics on the spot while jamming? Do you go to your own separate corners and write words? What's the
I'd say we all write,
Yeah.
and we probably all write on our own time, kind of thing. Just when the inspiration comes, is usually how I approach it, and then often I'll send like finished lyrics or something to either Dan or Tom or whoever, and
Or unfinished lyrics.
or unfinished lyrics. So, and then they kind of just happen pretty organically.
Nice.
I'd say.
I think in large part there's kind of 2 phases. As far as lyrical songs go, we'll come up with the song idea and almost all of it on our own or as a writing pair. And then we bring it to the band, and musically we all kind of write it together.
Okay.
Deciding the form, the melody things, the harmony things that can dip in and out of stuff, the arrangement and intros and outros and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
I've found it's easiest to write words for an instrumental tune because you just got to write the title.
Yeah.
Right. We do a new one by Sam called Snappin' Turtle, and it's kind of like tequila
Yeah.
in that way. At the very end, we just go, Snappin' Turtle.
Snapping Turtle. I always wonder that because I'm a lyric writer, so I'm always like, how do people come up with a name for songs without lyrics? To me, it's like that would be the hardest thing ever, to just like stick with one name for something that has no lyrics.
Right. Too many options.
Yeah, exactly. Snappin' Turtle's great though. I love any song named Snappin' Turtle is good in my books. I don't even have to hear it.
Good. We won't play it for you.
I'll keep an ear out for it. So, and then real quick before we leave, it is 2023 for all the people watching in the future. So let's talk about some of your upcoming shows. You guys got some really cool things going on. I've got some of them written down, so you don't have to have them all memorized if you want me to read them out. We got Cervantes in Denver on December 1st, 2023 with the Broke Mountain Bluegrass Band, and you want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Yeah, that's going to be a really fun one in the ballroom of Cervantes. We're really looking forward to that. We're the first night of that. They're playing 2 nights there, and Billy Failing Band is opening for them the second night.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here, but we're going to share a show with Billy Failing at the Aggie Theater
On
in
January
Fort Collins
4th.
on January 4th with Friendly Reminders.
Friendly Reminders,
our buds.
awesome. Yeah, I played their
really looking
new
forward to
music.
that
Their
one, too.
new CD's coming out real soon, so I'm excited
it's
about
great.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good one that we're looking forward to here in Fort Collins.
Awesome. Yeah, and so Broke Mountain Bluegrass Band is Anders Beck from Green Sky Bluegrass.
Yep.
And who else is in that band?
Travis Book from the Dusters.
Okay.
Andy Thorne.
Andy Thorne.
And John Stickley and Robin Davis.
Okay. Is Andy going to bring his foxes?
I think they just stick to his property.
Just his property.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds amazing.
And they won Rocky Grass 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to try
2003.
not to make any old jokes when we're there because we won it this year, and they're on their 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
They released a record that year as well, and this is they're re-releasing that record.
Oh, cool.
Cabin in the Hills. Which
That's
will be-
really cool.
It's out today.
For this
Interesting.
record, out today.
Today.
Yeah. Well, that winning that, like, those 2 competitions is really a big stepping stone. I feel like for a lot of bands, it kind of gives you a little jet propulsion there into the stratosphere. So congratulations again on that. It's really cool. So,
Thank you. If it works out the same way, you're looking at the future members of 4 different really great bands. No, we want to keep this thing going. We're really excited
well,
about
it
this
sounds
thing
good.
we got going here.
I believe they called it a reverse supergroup.
I've
Broke
heard it
Mountain
called
Band.
the farm system. Of,
the farm
yeah.
system. That's good. You guys have got Oscar Blues in Lions on New Year's Eve this year.
Yes.
Leading into 2024.
Yeah,
Hometown
and
Throwdown.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's kind of where we're all living these days.
Okay.
So that's kind of we'll all be rolling up in
Cool
golf
venue.
carts and whatnot.
Sweet, yeah.
As long as the snow doesn't come in.
It's an interesting little town there. I haven't been there in a little while, but I used to go
Yeah.
a lot when I lived in Boulder. Lions is cool. And then one more I was going to throw out there, Winter Wondergrass in March, which is a huge bluegrass festival.
We're doing the one in Steamboat Springs.
The Steamboat
the
Springs
first weekend of March. Super pumped about that one.
Yeah.
And last year we played on top of the mountain right outside the gondola.
Okay.
So in the open air, everybody's in ski clothes and everything. So this year we're in an actual tent. So we won't be freezing our hands.
I was going to say, how do you even
time.
manage? I think it was all the way this year, all the way through like May. I played a bunch of outside shows, and it was freezing till then. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't imagine playing Winter Wondergrass for the most part.
It was actually warmer at the top of the mountain.
Was it?
Like this warm
inversion they call it.
Yeah, an inversion.
Yeah.
And it was like I got so prepared, got a heated jacket and heated socks and
didn't need them.
And it was just like really pretty warm up there.
Yeah. That's good. I played Frozen Dead Guy Days a few times, and it was way too cold. But I think, lately it's been a lot. It's been like 80.
Yeah, it's so very.
Even with the tent closed, it was like no heating that place up.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. It's hard to move your fingers.
We need
Colorado's hard, man.
Yeah. The final round of the Telluride band competition was super early and super cold. And maybe this is my attempt at a transition here, because we had to do 2 instrumentals for that competition.
Yeah.
And we had to nail this like intricate harmony part with me and Sam, and my fingers were just frozen. And we had to run our hands under hot water like twice right before we got on stage just to make them work.
Make it work.
And luckily we had a song, the first song we sang, it started to sleet out in the crowd, and then Tom sang "In the Rain and Snow," and the crowd went wild, so that was fun.
That's awesome.
But we'd like to do for you one of the instrumentals we did for
please.
both of those competitions to start off this last pair of songs, or tunes, as it were.
Yeah.
But I won't cut you.
No, you're good. Let's get those songs going. Yeah. Thanks so much for coming today, guys. That's the Fretliners. And their new album is out. It's called The Fretliners. And fretliners.com. What's the best place for people to find your Facebook?
Thefretliners.com. And you can go on there, find all our tour info. Okay. And there's some videos on there, too. We've got some new live stuff up on YouTube, which this will be up as well by the time you watch it.
By the time you hear this message.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, all our info is there, and if you just search on Facebook or Instagram for the Fretliners, you'll find us.
Excellent. Awesome. Yeah.
So Sam wrote this.
Kick it out for us.
Thank you very much again for having us.
Thank you.
Sam wrote this tune. It's called Mississippi Kite, and then from there we're going to go into one that Sam sings, a cover of, what's that, Leon Russell, Sam?
It's a Leon Russell cover. It's called Prince of Peace.
me by my time and changes, and I'm mistaking words I say many. Listen only to my song and I watch my eyes. Not much time to spare, there's hardly any. Lovely long-haired children living in the streets, lucky, not afraid to touch each other. They're not afraid to be themselves or someone else. Choose your friend with love and not by color. Never treat a brother like a passing stranger. Honey, won't you always try and keep the love light burning? Sing a song of love and open up your heart. Boy, you might be the Prince of Peace returning. Oh, you might be the Prince of Peace returning. Themselves collecting pennies, treasure wealth by coins that they give away, not the ones they keep themselves from spending. Never be impatient with the ones who love you. It might be yourself that you're burning. Sing the song of love and open up your heart. Boy, you might be the Prince of Peace returning. Never treat a brother like a passing stranger. Honey, won't you always try and keep the love light burning? Sing a song of love and open up your heart. Oh, you might be the Prince of Peace returning. Oh, you might be the Prince of Peace returning. Prince of Peace returning. Oh, you might be the Prince of Peace returning. Oh, you might be the Prince of Peace returning.
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.